Has anybody seen Black Panther this weekend?
Oh, I saw it the day it came out. The day
Hey,
it came out.
Did
yeah,
you see it, OT?
I did. Yeah.
Are we talking about Black Panther then? Because
We're
I
gonna have to
saw
do
it
it.
yesterday
We're
too,
gonna
man.
have to do it.
Okay.
Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars.
Your place of rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last episode. If this is your first time checking us out, make sure you subscribe, like, comment and whatnot. You listening to us right now in the podcast apps. Make sure you go ahead and, even give us a rating. All that kind of stuff be helping. Watching us on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Really, really appreciate all the long time followers, all that kind of stuff, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, if you out there in podcast land right now, you about to get some new content from us. We got a guest today that we have never had on the show. Somebody that I've been following him for a while. We can let him introduce himself. So go ahead, my brother.
What's up, y'all? I'm Sentric Styles. I live in Kansas City. I'm originally from Illinois, so I love me some barrel-aged stouts up there in the cold weather. Even though it's starting to
Yes,
snow a little
sir.
bit down here today. But yeah, Sentric Styles. Repping a little KC beer scene, trying to get that up and popping, give
Yeah.
some notoriety to where it needs to be at down here because we got some dope stuff.
All right.
Word. Appreciate you for joining us today, Sentric Styles. We're gonna be talking about a few things today. We're gonna be talking to Sentric Styles about his beer journey, what he has going on. We're gonna be talking about Drake and 21 Savage's new album,
21.
Her Loss. We're gonna be talking about Nas and Hit Boy's latest offering, King's Disease 3, KD3. And I believe all of us have seen the new Black Panther film. So let's talk about Wakanda Forever. Let's talk about Wakanda Forever a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Word up. Before we do all of that, gentlemen, what are we drinking today? What
So-
are we drinking?
Let me get mine out the way. If you heard the last show, I'm keeping it keto friendly until I go on my little trip, with the family and whatnot at the end of the month. So at first I wasn't drinking, but I kind of faltered and fell on that some. So now I'm just doing a little keto friendly drinks. So whatever. One of my favorite vodkas, man. I'm a big fan of Tito's, man. It's a super chill, laid back vodka, man. It's a vodka that I found doesn't give me a hangover. It's just very, kind of laid back, kind of smooth. And all my drinks, whether it's bourbon, whether it's vodka, I'm always on the rocks or neat with nothing. So yeah, man. Cheers.
Word up.
No beer.
I feel you. Centric, what you drinking, man? What you drinking today, man?
Drink a little Unlearned IPA from BKS. It's one of the breweries down here. One of the best breweries down here. They're kind of like the Hot Butcher of KC. So they always got some fire IPAs, and a lot of times when I go back to visit Illinois, I don't even pick up that many IPAs because they so fire down here. Stouts I pick up. Stouts I come back and bring some back. But IPAs, they killing the game. They're killing the game.
Ooh, even better than Hot Butcher's IPAs, because Hot Butcher. Look at you, you know your stuff though, because Hot Butcher is on point.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I say they on par. I wouldn't say they killing. I like Hot Butcher. They got their own little style in their own regards, and BKS has their own also.
For sure. I today am having Lumberstruck. Where's the camera? Lumberstruck.
Oh God.
From a new one, the Deepwood series from Revolution Brewing. This is aged in Saxum wine barrel. This is a barley wine. What's going on here? A black barley wine ale aged in wine barrels, a percussive strike of premium oak. This is, I believe, 12%. This is 12.3. 12.3. So, I might be going to the moon tonight. I am a fan of barley wines. And I'm a fan of their Deepwood series. I can only have one at a time for Revolution. Look, I'm wild with my pour right now. I'm wild with my pour right now, man.
You good, man.
Look at oh my God. I gotta let this settle down a little bit. But yeah, man, we're gonna check this out. I've never had this one before. Is this new? OT, do you know if you do?
I am not exactly sure. So since I'm not drinking beer at all, and I do have a couple deep woods in the fridge, I'm not sure where they are right now, whether that's a newer one or whether it's of the of their prior stuff. But we do
Yeah.
have some beer over there we need to go pick up though. So
Ah,
you go
right on.
grab that, or I can grab it, whatever, however you want to do it.
True,
So,
true.
but yeah.
Centric Styles, man. What is going on in Kansas City? First of all, how did you get started in the beer game, in the beer culture?
In the beer culture, I'd say like I always like beer. That sounds weird. I always like beer, and everybody loves beer. But like I remember taking pictures, like just like random pictures of like just stuff I get. Like, ooh, I got a lining. What was it, lining kugels? Ooh, got some
Mm.
lining kugels. I got this shock top over here and stuff like that. And then I don't know if you ever caught the show Beerland. I think that's called Beerland on Vice. It was
Mm.
hosted by the by Meg, the chick that used to own Golden Road.
Okay.
They had the homie Tio Hunter on there. He was one of the judges on the final episode. It was a show about homebrews. They were judging homebrews, and he was one of the judges for the final episode. And I looked at it, I was like, man, that's a brother that's doing that. So I hopped online real quick. That was when they were still dope and dank. So I had to go find them real quick. And I found out there's a whole community, not even just like a craft beer community. There's a whole craft beer community for as a urban and black based and brown based. And I saw that, and that's what really inspired me to start wanting to post a whole lot. Turn the IG into a beer IG because I originally did music back in the day. So my IG was kind of dedicated to that. And then for a while, it was just personal stuff. And then once I saw that, and I was like, all right, I'm flipping the script, and it's going to be a beer page now.
Had you always been searching out beers before you saw that, or like is this always something that you were doing?
Little bit, I say. Cause when I went to college, I went to college in Madison.
Mm.
So like I had to get the like Miller High Life and stuff like that. But then I also like because I was only 18, 19 at the time, just go to the bars that'll let me in.
Right.
Low key, I don't know if you should be saying that, but hey, I was getting
Right.
in, I
Right.
fit
Right.
in
Right.
there. But I'd go there and they give me what you call it, the one from Wisconsin, Spotted Cow.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
drinking
yes.
Oh
I was
yeah.
drinking New Glarus and High Life. I couldn't tell which one was better. But after a while, my palate got a little bit better, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, I can't believe I was drinking New Glarus and High Life, and I would turn down New Glarus for some High Life. But I
Right.
still love some High Life. That's my go-to cheap beer.
Oh
I
yeah.
would agree. I would agree. The champagne of beer, if you will.
Champagne and beer.
But so let me ask you, the Kansas City scene. What's do you think it's needs that notoriety? I know you were saying that you wanted to give the notoriety that it deserves. What's so special about the Kansas City craft beer scene?
I think what's always been special about it has been like the community. When I moved down here, they always had like a dope, close knit craft beer community. And like you always hear on like IG, like what's the one account, Rat Magnet or whatever her name. I don't say whatever her name is, but she does a real good job of exposing all the bad, negative people and craft beer and calling out what needs to be called out.
Mm.
And there's a little bit of that maybe in KC, but we try to I wouldn't say that trying to squash to get those people out of the don't let their voices be heard. So we amplify the voices of the people whose voices who need to be amplified, and that's what I really dug about that craft beer scene here. And now, as far as the community goes, that I love that part. But now the beer is starting to get to that level also because we have a lot of new breweries that are starting to be the go-to brewery of like people nationwide. So
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty cool. Like see like BKS, Alma Mater getting some props from different beer fests. Big Rip is a brewery down here. They got some dope stuff, and they're getting they're one of the what was it? They're the first female brewery down here,
Mm.
owner and head brewer, and also part of the LGBTQ community. So she gets a lot of props from a lot of the breweries like in Colorado, like Lady Justice. So it's cool to see all these cats doing their thing and just all coming up. And I think it all really started probably like around 2018, 2019. The scene started popping a little bit more and more.
Word up, man. We gotta get that. Okay. This might be a scene to check out. Now,
Yeah,
you were just in Chicago not too long ago, right?
yeah. Last week.
Oh, last week. Oh, wow, wow.
No, well, no, 2 weeks ago. Full bad, full bad. Whenever full bad was, a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
So what did you think about what spots did you hit up? What spots did you hit up?
Oh
As
man, I
far as the
got
beer scene.
okay. I got into town, and what I hated about it was like a lot of these spots opened up the year I moved. I think Chi-Town had a big boom in 2016, 2017. I
That's true.
moved in 2016.
It's yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I'm like, all right, let me check out some spots that I like and some spots I haven't been to. So I first hit up Cruz Blanca, and
Absolutely.
I didn't get any food there though. I was running low on time, but I
Hmm.
did get to try some of their barrel aged beers, a few other ones. I think maybe like I think it might have been an IPA. Uh, what else? From there, I went to. You want to say from there? Actually, I went to Fobab. That's my next place of business to go to.
Okay.
After Fobab, I went to like that night. I went to Revolution. I
Mm.
got so tired of them. Like I loved all the barrel aged beers, but after a while, like the other ones just got too sweet. I'm like, I need something to just kind of put me down a little bit more. I'm trying
Yeah.
to mellow me out. So I went to Revolution, had a few there. Then after that, I went to Pilot Project. I had a wild Friday night. Went to Pilot Project Friday night and ended and ended it there. So I had the homies Funky Town.
Hey.
I
Shout
didn't get
out
any
Funky
more.
Town.
I didn't get any more. So on this point, I didn't find any more. But I did get some Funky
True.
Town. Now they're on my list.
Right on, right on. Chicago
Uh,
love, man.
yeah, I
KC to
think
Chicago. That's love.
I'm trying to think where I went Saturday. Saturday. Oh, I went to Crush by Giants on Saturday.
Okay.
Mm.
Man, man, when I went there was a line already to get in. So I'm like, all right, is there a
Word.
line because it's on what are they off of Rush? Something like that. I forgot where they're off of downtown.
I
I
haven't
gotta
been
get there
yet.
myself.
Yeah.
But
I,
it's a prime location. And I'm like, man, I wonder if people are here lined up for that. They're lined up for the beer.
yeah.
Beer's phenomenal. Beer's
Mm.
phenomenal. I had to tip my hat to when I left, like, hey, I got some stuff popping off in here. I'm gonna be back. And
You put me on.
besides that, I think that's the last brewery I went to. I went to Kuma's, but I just got a burger and
Oh yeah.
some regular beer there. Had to go there. And I was gonna stop by Beer Temple, but then I got cold. I
Oh yeah.
was
True.
like, it's cold. I got to get to the orange line real quick and get back to Midway.
I
True,
hear you.
true, true. Word up, word up. Did you make the trip for the beer
Yeah,
action or okay? All right, that's
yeah,
love.
just
That's
for
love.
Fobad.
That's love. That's love. Word
The
up, word
journey to
up.
Mecca, the Fobad barrel aged Mecca right there.
Yeah, come on, we got to try to go next year because actually, when the day before was happening, shout out Shalonda, Afro Beer Chick had hit us up and was asking was we going, and I told her I had a super busy Saturday and whatnot, and I wasn't gonna be able to make it, but that's definitely on my radar next year, man. I don't see how y'all do it. All them barrel aged beers, man. Like I just feel like
Yeah,
I'll be passing out. You know what I'm saying? But
for
I know
sure.
it's a way you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go like go crazy. You got to be a little mindful while you're in
Yeah.
a festival full of 12, 14, whatever percentage, however far you get up, So yeah.
That it's at the UIC Pavilion, and those stairs. After the first round, those stairs get kind of tricky.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm like,
I
hey,
agree.
this ain't even safe.
Yeah.
Right, right. Um, hey man, yeah, we definitely got to get out to KC. But I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
We gonna get into some music. What's up?
let's get into some music, man.
Okay,
So
okay.
first of all, let's do this. You said so what were you doing before? Was sing, rap, produce? What was your thing? Okay.
Produce. I mainly call it just urban music because I dabbled everything from R&B to hip hop to a little bit of techno to dance and pop. Whatever was popping at that time, that's what I was making.
Okay.
Word up.
Well,
Word up. Okay, you talking to two producers right here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
come on, where
That's
you want to
what's up.
start? What you want to do Drake and 21 or you want to do Nas? What you want to kick it off at?
Let's do Drake and 21 because that came out
Okay.
before. You know what I'm saying? That came out what, like 2 weeks ago, a week
Yeah,
ago,
something like
something like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Drake, Drake and 21 Savage, uh, an album that has been made in secret. Um, it was a surprise drop, I guess. And yeah, her loss. Drake and 21 Savage, her loss.
You sound like his loss after taking long to describe it.
That's a fact.
Right. Should I start this, or who should we let
Uh,
Sentric Styles go ahead?
you know what?
I feel
Yes.
I
like
guess
my review might be the same as yours almost.
I don't know. I don't know. But I'll go ahead and start, man. Drake and 21 Savage, her loss. First of all, I saw a tweet not too long ago that I just thought was funny. It's like he was a certified lover boy, and then he said, "You know what? Honestly, never mind. Her loss." And I just thought that was funny. You know what I'm saying? Um, these sassy these sassy titles from Drake's albums are just funny. This is definitely, in my opinion, a Drake album featuring 21 Savage. There are 4 Drake solo songs on here, and only one 21 Savage song, solo 21 Savage song, where he does his best Drake impression. You know how like the 21 Savage song is 3 a.m. in Glenwood, which Drake has several 2 a.m. in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? He has several of those. It's a Drake album featuring 21 Savage. This is mostly Drake. This is Drake's most gangster. This is Drake's most gangster I've ever heard Drake. He likes to have his mob ties and things like that. He'll talk about all this, mob type stuff going on. But this is the most I've ever heard him get real thuggish. You know what I'm saying? Drake is an anomaly because he is a singer and a rapper, but he treats he sings about treating women the way that he does and loving them and loving several women, but then gets very gangster. So it's very odd, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just very odd to hear this message. But I can't stop listening to Drake because he is a good rapper. He makes good hits. He makes very good songs. Even though I know he's not who he's portraying to be. As you know what I'm saying? He's foil step team. He's stepping on, he's a big stepper now. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, it's odd. It's odd when rappers talk about, man, you're not really a thug. They talking about Drake. He's the type of artist that, like, he's not a thug, but he seems to be that with on an. He feels like almost like he had the right to be on an album with 21 Savage next to him. You know what I'm saying? But I can't stop listening to him because he makes good music. Now, let me tell you this. He got some joints on this album though. I really like, hold on, man. I really like these songs. I really like Back Outside Boys. That definitely is gonna be like I got my kids singing Back Outside Boys, but they singing the song now. Privileged Rappers. I like that joint. Spin About You. I like that. Like there's a run of songs. Um, Hours in Silence. I like the first 2 minutes, and then the last 4 minutes I skip it. At this point, I'm skipping songs. Um, I'm skipping Treacherous Twins, Sir Loco. I'm gonna listen to the joint with Travis. I'm gonna listen to Broke Boys. Middle of the Ocean is Drake's prime rapping right here. This is prime Drake rapping ability right here. I wish I had written down all of the double entendres he's got. OT. Middle of the Ocean?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Drums is so far gone, Drake, right there.
Woo!
Oh, Drake.
You know what it is.
When he rapped over that Kanye beat.
Woo!
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Losing his notebook in Egypt. Yeah, that one. That's the Drake. That's the Drake I like.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, man. Overall, you know, I've said this before. I have a love-hate relationship with Drake as a personality, but I like his music. But it's just like Drake is, and he was getting at a lot of people on this album. Like he had a lot. Maybe he felt like, you know, more bravado because he is with 21, but he was like getting at a bunch of people. Drum, Megan Thee Stallion, Ice Spice,
Serena Williams'
husband. You know what I'm saying?
Random people.
Like, what are you doing, bro? But that's Drake. Her loss, right? All right, but yeah, man. You know, it's a couple of songs that I do like. I don't think it's, you know, it's a Drake album. It's a Drake album featuring 21 Savage. Check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, how you feel about Sentric, man? How you feel about it?
I liked it. It was a lot of hit or miss. A lot of skippable tracks on there for me. I miss Drake with what was it? The one that had the one before Summer 16, the one that he released like in like 2015 or so, or 2014, around one of those years. I feel like that one was the last Drake album where you didn't have to skip a whole lot. But I did like this one. I liked I had to take notes on it. Rich Flex. I like the beat of it, but like the part where Drake came in, I was like, like, remember the Travis Scott song when Drake came in and everybody got hyped? It was like that, but in reverse when Drake came on the Rich Flex song. I was like, oh, okay, I'll skip this part now. But I did like Back Outside Boys. What else? Spin About You, like you said. The track with Travis Scott, I like that one. There's a little Travis Scott too.
True.
Oh, man. The 21 by himself. That's all right. That's all right.
Yes, it was weird.
It is him doing a Drake impression.
Yeah, I thought so.
There was another track on here. Let me look up the track list real quick.
Yeah. I
can't even think of which one it was, but it was one of them that had me kind of hyped to it.
Well, I do. I mean, I did like the album as well. As far as, you know, a couple of songs that were on the album. Initially, I didn't really like it. I turned it off. I was in the gym at like 5 a.m. and Drake started singing on Hours in Silence. The part you talking about, Kamal, where you turned it off.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, this ain't the vibe. So I had to throw on Freddie Gibbs because I just felt like gangbanging when I was lifting weights. So, but when I came back to it, it was much better listen. And I mean, it is what it is when we listen to Drake, man. You know, he gonna give us those bangers, but you know, it's some songs I mean, that's what it is. There's some songs I don't like, and some songs that I do like. And the ones that are strong to me are songs like Back Outside Boys, like you said. Spin About You. I think that is a very good song. What's the sample flip there?
Is that the one, the 90s R&B flip?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I can't think of it right now. But yeah.
That's a tough flip, man. And then I mean, obviously some more joints that I like, but Middle of the Ocean is the reason why people started listening to Drake. You know what I'm saying? That type of
so far gone Drake, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed that Kanye song, right? I mean, that's the type of Drake that people really started listening to him for. But he do have a line in there that said that I really think characterizes his career, because I do think that he is unafraid to do different things and try different things. He said, nigga so ignorant in my hood, they be like, why the fuck you making techno? You know what I'm saying? Like, like saying like, man, I did what I, he put out a straight house type album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people hear something like that, it's like, man, get this head banging. But that, he's unafraid to try whatever he want to try. I like that album too, by the way. But yeah,
Yeah, I
so
like that album too.
yeah, that's
I do too.
Come on, that's in my top 5 maybe. We'll talk about that later on.
True. I agree with that. I'm not mad at that.
But let's do this, man. Let's go to Queensbridge real quick, man. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try not to talk a long time. No long talk. But look here, man. We've never seen a second half of a career like we're seeing right now from Nas.
Let's go.
Ever.
Let's go.
I didn't do my knowledge, but I believe Nas is about 46, maybe 47, even maybe 45. I don't know.
Word? That's young, G.
I thought he was a little bit older than that.
Hey,
I think he is older than that.
He could be.
Illmatic came out when I was like in 4th grade, I think.
Illmatic is 94. He was 18 when he dropped Illmatic.
Wow, he was 18?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he could be 45 then.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we've never seen a second half.
He's 49. Like he's 49.
Okay. We've never seen anything like this before, as to where an artist, they've always said hip hop is a young man's game, and I think that's true, but that's only because hip hop is young still. Like, you got to think, hip hop was only started in the late 70s, early 80s, right? So now we're seeing the artists that we loved 20 years ago turn older, and some of them are still rapping, and they love to rap, and they still be sharp, like Nas. This is Nas' 3rd King Disease, and in the middle of all that, he also dropped Magic, which is fire. Mm-hmm. A lot of these albums that he's dropped recently are better than some of the albums that he had at the end of what I would consider his first half of his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my favorite rapper of all time. It's going to be a lot of biased talk right now, but I really think that Nas is as sharp as he's ever been in the last couple projects, I would say. Lyrically, he's as sharp as he's been in a long time. He is rapping his ass off. Let me just go to the track list real quick, and I'm going to tell you a couple joints I liked and get up out of here. Legit, Thun, Michael and Quincy. Reminisce is fire. I'm on fire. Once a Man, Twice a Child. I mean, the Beef joint, classic Nas, where he takes on like a personification of a thing, like a gun, when he was on that joint. You know, he likes to personify things, right? He likes to give a human spirit to a thing and then talk about it from that thing's perspective. That's like classic Nas, which is what he does in Beef. So, hey, man, I'm all for it, man. I like the album. I'm not here to say where it is. People are like, is this one of his best? I'm not here for none of that. I like the music. I'm happy Nas is 50 and still good, period.
Sentric, you want to get in on this, man?
I'm still digesting it.
True.
When I heard it came out, I saw a picture of it like Wednesday or Thursday. And I was like, there's a new Nas album about to come out on Friday. Lo and behold, it came out, and okay, I'm gonna give you the rundown. Reminisce, that's one of my, I want to say like one of the dopest ones to me, just because like the way it's split in the middle, and I don't know how, I haven't checked any like Twitter or whatnot, or hearing anybody else say it, but when it splits in the middle and he has that UK drill bass, and he has that Pop Smoke cadence to it, that AP spicy, like that, like, oh, now it's doing that. And like, it's one thing like to do it and you just kind of like take the little flow or whatnot, but when you like can spit some lyrics over doing that and you take that personification of like Pop Smoke and you bring it back, that was dope. To me, that was dope.
I thought that was dope, man.
Dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you said, I'm on fire. Once a Man, Twice a Child was dope. Beef, which is wild to me also. Trying to think. Thun, that one. Yeah. We talked about the J Beef with that one. That was hot. Plus, it's cool to see, like, for them to even talk about it, because also it brings in the other like current events. I'm glad to see these rappers getting old, man. I like to see rappers getting gray hair. Isn't that happening right now? So for to hear Nas talk about I'm talking about the Beef. I'm dissecting when I had to take over. he could talk about that now, and they both making money off of it. It's on title, or I guess it was on title when Jay owned
Right,
it. But
right.
I love that right there, and he's still killing it at 49 years old.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's a resurgence for him. Like you said, I've never seen anything like that. To me, KD3, probably one of my favorite ones of the series.
I
Probably
agree.
one of the best
I think it's
albums,
yeah.
solid, that he's done since. I want to say since hip hop is dead.
Ooh,
Maybe since uh, Stillmatic.
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. Yo, word. This is I kind of I kind of feel the same way. I've been on the fence with Hit Boy as a producer. I feel like he doesn't really have a particular sound. He kind of is a everyman producer where he can fit in to whatever sound, whatever artists that he's working with, which is cool. But I do prefer a sound from certain artists. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I'm gonna have to say that KD3, King Disease 3, is probably my favorite of the series for sure, easily. Um, I thought it came in strong with Ghetto Reporter. I thought, okay, look at Nas trying to he trying to rap. Okay, oh, he rapping. Okay,
He's
and
rapping.
then to listen to it, legit, done. Michael and Quincy, 30. Reminisce is definitely one of my favorites. The Mary J joint, man, the sample, I felt that song, period. You know what I'm saying? I'm on fire. That joint hard. WTF SMH. Once a man, twice a child is classic Nas too. As far as on the whole thing, he got a line on here where he says, this ain't this ain't a rap song. I'm a this is an audio book. I'm an author on tracks, right? Um, I found that there wasn't a lot of metaphor. There are metaphors on this album, of course, but it's not a lot. He's telling stories. He's telling experiences in rhyme form. He is like even the serious interlude. You know what I'm saying? He's telling the story. He's really like a literary author. Really, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting to listen to. This is this is rap. This man is 49 years old and is at the peak of his game. He's at the top of his game. It's very startling to see because you don't see this even in Jay-Z. 444 was a good album and he was rapping on there for sure. You know what I'm saying? But Jay's God did verse, in my opinion, didn't live up to everybody's hype. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all giving this man super big props for a subpar 80 bar verse. You
I
know what
thought I
I'm
was the
saying?
only one that felt that way.
And this man Nas is rapping, but that's the thing. He's in practice. He's been doing this with Hit Boy for a couple years now. And he's in the studio. And I love the fact that it's just him and Hit Boy. There are no features on this joint. There are no features. And that's a breath of fresh air to me. You know what I'm saying? He went in with a producer and just went in. You know what I'm saying?
Look
He
here.
gave you he gave you thoughts, he gave you life, he gave you perspective, he gave you creative rap and beef and he's telling about his journey. He's giving you jewels, once a man, twice a child. Like it's this is almost like a second it was written. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he's putting these songs together and what he's talking about. Nas never lacks on content.
Mm.
Nas never lacks on content. And he's giving you content that not every rapper's gonna give you. This is Nas.
Mm.
This is a ghetto poet.
Mm-hmm.
This man
Right.
is like speaking scripture. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different. This is not your run of the mill older rapper. You know what I'm saying? This is not run of the mill. He's really in a zone with Hit Boy.
Yeah.
This is good to hear. This is good for the game. This shows even older rappers, look what you could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope.
Yeah, it is.
Dope. It's good. And I'm going to say this now. I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say it now. It's probably going to be on my personal top 5 for the year.
Okay.
Because it's every time I heard some things on it today that I didn't hear the first 4 times I listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, he hitting me. It's giving me something new every time I'm hearing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling that, G. WTF SMH. My jewelry is disgusting, but nuts discuss the taste. That man is a rapper. That man is a rapper. My jewelry is disgusting, but let's discuss the taste.
Yeah.
The double entendre in that is like, yo, this man is really rapping. This man. So, 21 Savage recently said on Clubhouse, right, that Nas is not relevant. He just got a strong fan base and makes really good music. And he got a strong fan base that supports him. I struggle with that because it's like, I mean, I rock with 21 Savage, but I think he is I do think Nas is relevant the same way that Jay-Z is still relevant. You know what I'm saying? Jay is still relevant. People put Jay on a song and are interested to hear it. People put Nas on a song and are still interested to hear his verse. He drops an album and people are still interested. If people weren't interested, then he wouldn't be relevant. But he's confusing it relevance for being hot.
It's just
right.
It's just a simple sound bite, man. Somebody said something and they was in a moment they was talking and they don't understand what the word relevant really means, and he just said something. He said this when he should have said that.
But I get it though, because he's an older rapper and he's not of the now new Playboy Cardi, Drake, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, none of those superstars at the time right now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll have a career like Nas.
It's also important to note that he already kind of walked it back on Twitter about 2 hours ago. So
yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah. So
he had to. He had to walk that back because I feel like you said, Jay and Nas are both relevant in hip hop. I feel like Jay is relevant because he's an icon. He's a billionaire. He's an icon. Mm-hmm. Nas is relevant because you listen to Jay-Z, you want to listen to icon. You listen to Nas, you want to listen to Nas to be enlightened. That's two of the things right there. Mm-hmm. When I hear Nas, I'm coming in. Oh, okay. Ooh, this is gonna be a hot verse. This is gonna be a hot verse. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna dissect it, and I'm gonna dissect it, and I'm gonna dissect it. And I can do that a good month's time right there. Mm-hmm. You don't need no 4 or 5 minute verse for that. Give me one Nas verse. I'll find something new each time. That's why they say Nas write scriptures almost. It's like scriptures. You can get something read every time you read something new. That's Nas. Okay, this is right here. Okay, this right here.
I like that.
He meant this also.
Yeah,
Nas one of the top 5 right there. He always gonna be relevant.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to have you back, man.
Let's do this. Let's do a little Black Panther talk. Maybe spoiler-ish. So if you haven't seen the movie,
spoiler it, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Okay, I'll do this. It's gonna be very simple for me.
Spoiler-ish. All right.
One of the things that I have always liked about Marvel is their ability to tell the story along with the action. And I feel as if there have been some Marvel shows and even some of the movies recently where the storyline has been a little, not there for me. Like I didn't really dig the story that much. Action was okay, but story lacking a bit. All I'm gonna say about Black Panther is that shout out to Ryan Coogler, man. Um,
Black director.
hey man,
Mm-hmm.
I rock with that story. I rock with how they told. I rock with how they communicated what they were trying to communicate in this movie. It was a little less on the action side because I feel like they was trying to tell, like a gradual story regarding, T'Challa and, obviously you're aware the passing of the torch. And I just think that it was a lot of depth to the movie from the standpoint of the stories. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into anything else outside of that. I did at the end. I ain't gonna front. I dropped some thug tears at the end. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly because I've dealt with a death. I lost my grandmother about a month and a half ago,
Mm.
and I'm not gonna speak on it too much as far as the movie. But there's a scene at the movie that's dealing with grief, and that
Mm.
just really touched me. And I'm in the theater just like they just streaming. I'm just like, oh, I'm in here crying, dog. But that's so I connected with that on a personal level
Mm.
with that piece. But yeah, man, I really like the storytelling of the movie. That's all I'll say. It's a great storyline. So yeah.
Mm. Uh, yeah, man. I'll say this, man. I watched Black Panther Friday, and then I went to see Black Panther 2 Sunday. Um, First of all, Black Panther is probably unknowingly to me one of my favorite movies, I think. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that movie easily over 10 times, not even thinking about it, and will sit it at any point in the movie, will sit and could watch the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think it's just Shakespearean. It's the mythology of it is very good. And I'm talking about the first Black Panther. Um, there was a moment where I felt like, you know what, man, T'Challa lost fair and square. You know what I'm saying? He lost fair and square. But at the same time, Killmonger is a madman. He's insane. He going way too hard. And I always saw the scene where he would go back to the ancestral plane, right? And his father was there in the house where he died. And I always felt like him looking down and dropping a tear, his father was like, man, yeah, I feel you, but I can't do nothing because I'm dead. But it was this time that I watched it, it's like I'm crying because I failed you. You are lost. And I was lost. And so now you're lost. You know what I'm saying? And because he's talking about like, man, maybe Wakanda is lost. That's why they can't find us. And he dropped his head. And it's like, nah, you're lost, little bro. But he can't do nothing now. I failed you as a father. You know what I'm saying? And this man is Killmonger is insane. He's going too hard. He's going too hard. He's wilding. And so with that, he had to, we got to get the real true king back, right? And so the mythology of Black Panther, T'Challa, and he even got mad at his father in the ancestral plane. His father's dead. He like, you was wrong. It was so gripping. I'm watching this like I've seen it for the first time. Every time I see it, it's gripping me. It's Shakespearean in that way. Zuri dies. And it's like all of this is just good. It's good. I see Black Panther 2, and it's heavy on pulling at your heartstrings. Heavy. Heavy at pulling at your heartstrings. T'Challa is dead. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody is kind of like trying to figure out what they gonna do. They don't have a Black Panther. Ain't no Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? For a big portion of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And things transpire where there has to be one. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, the pulling on the heartstrings thing, you know, I think everything, you know, as a filmmaker, everything is intentional. It comes on Marvel, right? The Marvel at the beginning is coming on, and it's almost like a moment of silence. There's no music. It's nothing. It's just silence, and Marvel is coming on. It's like, yo, they really doing this up right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a moment of silence, and then the end, and you know, the one thing I'll say that I really liked about the movie is a strong female presence. The strong Black woman presence throughout the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the entire film. That's something that is rare to see. You know what I'm saying? In a superhero movie at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's never been done. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that's never been done.
I would agree. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm like, yo, this is something else. This is powerful. The storytelling is good. I think it did well on adding to the mythology. I can see this outside. I haven't seen any of the Marvel movies outside of Endgame, G. Like after Endgame, I'm lost on Eternals. I haven't seen it. I ain't seen none of them. Except Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, they had a preview for Ant-Man. I might see Ant-Man. I rock with Paul Rudd. I might see Ant-Man. I do like the Ant-Mans. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as far as the Marvel mythology, that's whatever. People going to see Black Panther because it's Black Panther. And so the continuation of that story I thought was really good. You know what I'm saying? Is it better than part one? I don't know. Part one is just so strong in creating, like the story is so good. It's very Shakespearean. It's very Shakespearean the way everything takes place in the first one. That the second one, you know, I understand the Namoras or Namor. I don't remember.
Namor. Yeah.
I know I understand his plight. You know what I'm saying? But he also did have to go about it the way he went about it. Shorty ain't gotta die. She ain't gotta die, little bro. Whoa, take it easy. You trying to kill her? Take it easy. I ain't see why he had to just kill the chick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will understand what I'm saying when you see it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it's part one. I was confused as to where Kobe was. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Kaluuya. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
Sentric Styles, what you think?
I'll say, well, first off, while we was talking about knives, it's probably about the best knives analogy for the movies go. Black Panther 1 had so much raw emotion and everything of a storytelling that you want. That was Illmatic. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, that was definitely, it was written. Like, Illmatic was always going to have that dope part of it was new, it was fresh, and it was written, was really, really dope. But it's just something about Illmatic that just stuck with me. It's something about the original Black Panther that just stuck with me.
He's good.
It's a feeling that you get, but also there's also a lot of other like you're saying, the whole I don't know. Like soon, like you said, the Marvel part where they had just all Chadwick Boseman playing, it's like silence. Like as soon as before I started the movie, I knew I was going to be just wailing and crying all throughout the movie. Yeah, I had to sit in the theater with the reclining seats like this. So I had to stay vertical. No, it was a horizontal vertical. I had to stay. Whichever one this one is. Whichever one this one is. I had to stay like this. So the tears would just step in my eyes the whole time. So I know if I bend down this way, they're going to start streaming down. I'm looking like Jordan in my mug right there. But yeah, man, it's tug at your heartstrings, and I feel like I know a lot of people. Cause I'm a big Marvel nerd. A lot of people criticize Marvel for wanting to do, like go towards like the more female based, women based, girl power type movies or whatnot. But for Wakanda Forever, one, Chadwick Boseman wasn't there, and two, like there's already that presence with the soldiers already.
Facts.
And like I love that now because even like in the Black community, you see the woman as being that person, that protector already. And I love seeing that portrayed in the movie, especially as being warriors and being nurturers. Especially like that. People, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you see a part that had that Angela Bassett does to help Riri out. And that's a Black mother just helping out another child. Like if you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And that part's gonna put you in tears.
Yeah.
But as far as the other Marvel movies, like a lot of them just weren't really like hitting with the storylines. Like Thor tried to be too funny.
Man.
All the other ones were just kind of hit it. I like Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange was only cool if you was like real nerdy into it and you liked all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now this one, Ryan Coogler can do some stuff though. Just
for sure.
a genius when it comes to the director. He took what he had of losing a star actor and losing him in a tragic way. Not like he just wasn't cast. Like like he felt like it was 2020 all over again. Like he was losing him again right at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
But then it was easy to not easy, but it transitioned in a perfect way of all right, we're gonna turn this into something different. We're gonna make this more of a joyful, just like in the celebration. In the celebration, it looked like the New Orleans what's it? New Orleans second line or whatnot.
Yeah, the second line. Yeah.
And that part in the movie. What else did I like about the movie?
I know one thing. Everybody, ain't nobody said yet. Now, we can close out here. Yo, shout out Lupita, man.
True.
Needs to be said about that there.
That's funny. Shout out to Dora Milaje.
But yeah, man, listen.
Up, man?
Sentric Javon, I'm gonna announce you formally. We appreciate your time. We got to get you back on here, man. I like your music perspectives and all that, man. It was a good time.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Tell everybody anything you got coming up soon that you want to announce to the people, anything like that at all.
Coming up soon. You can always catch me on IG at Sentric Styles, SentricStyles. Also, it's probably the first place I'm announcing it. Right now, I'm also working on YouTube content. They have the YouTube Shorts going on right now, and it just makes sense to have the IG Reels and the same format as TikToks, as the same format as YouTube Shorts. So I'm just trying to work off of that. That's for myself. That's all I have for myself. Also, next year, stay tuned for Vine Street Brewing, Missouri's first Black-owned brewery. It's going to do big. Those cats are just madness. Everybody's collabing with them right now. They're like Lil Wayne in like
06.
What was that? 06.
Right.
Everywhere. Duffel Bag Boy. What was the other? The Rich Boy song he was on. All of it. And plus, one of the dudes that one of the owners actually is a rapper.
Okay.
I call him the Chance the Rapper of Kansas City. Just the way, like his style of putting the city on, and everything he reps is KC. Chance Rapper of Kansas City. Everything he does is very promoting the city like that.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. That's about it.
Word up,
Word
man.
up. Thank you, Sentric Styles.
BEERZ BARZ.
Another one, man. Clink, clink.